All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting daily vlog. This is daily vlog number 93, I want to say. Math is hard. 92, I don't know. It's a number. It'll be in the description or the title, something. Today is April Fool's Day. Life has played a trick on me. I have nothing to top that. Quite literally, nothing could be funnier than the fact that on Easter Sunday, the day he is risen, so did the water level in my basement. Anyone that saw the video yesterday, which is like 4 people apparently posting videos that are like 20 seconds long on Easter, is not an attention-grabbing thing. Our water heater burst and flooded the basement. Now, we have a drain in the basement, which is great, but that drain also connects to our sewer line. And I have a bathroom in the basement, and on a fairly regular basis, it would like to back up and spew sewage all over my bathroom. Not a fun experience. So they make these really cool removable plugs. They're a rubber like ring thing with a thing on top of it that has a twisty bit. And the more you twist the twisty bit, it's got a little thing on the inside that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and presses the rubber thing out to eventually create a seal. It is massively simple to use. However, the entire purpose of the plug is to not let things come through. And so instead of draining out, it just pooled, and my bathroom, which is entirely concrete floors, was for the most part fine. However, right next to my bathroom is my room, which is entirely carpeted in a basement. Due to my agoraphobia and just the fact that carpets cost money, there is no possible way I can replace the carpet in my basement. It's just not possible. Another fun fact, if your carpet gets wet in a basement where there is very poor air circulation and it tends to be fairly humid, it will develop mildew and mold. And then that mold will slowly kill anyone that lives in the basement like me. So I started flipping shit. First of all, I had to take the plug out, which took longer than I wanted it to. I took the plug out, everything drained, that was fine, but my carpet was soaked. It was just a corner of the room, but it was absolutely drenched. And so I go talk to my brother. I'm like, Jeffrey, there's something really, really wrong. We need to fix this now. And he comes down, and we call a plumber. They couldn't come out until the next day, which is insane, by the way. Like, the pest thing, it took him over a week to get out here, and that's perfectly understandable. Like, I mean, we weren't mad at him at all. These folks, we call them up at like 2 in the afternoon on Easter Sunday, and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll have someone over there by tomorrow. Also, the dude that came out, not only was he super nice, but it's looking like it's not going to cost us a huge amount of money. Without getting into too much specifics, we're getting some help from some extended family to make sure that it doesn't like bankrupt us. But overall, like, replacing the whole thing was less than $2,000, which to me is a damn good deal. And that included the cost of our new water heater. So dude was super, super nice. We asked him a bunch of questions while he was here. My first question was, hey, what did we do wrong? Like, how did we not know this is going to happen? His response is, nothing. You cannot predict this. This happens to water heaters. They just burst sometimes. And there's literally no way to know it's going to happen until it happens. So I'm like, you're not making me feel better. And he's like, I'm sorry. But we have a new water heater now. Oh, I found another thing. So the first thing I do is I go up to my brother And I'm like, after we get all the water to stop from pooling and we figure out where it's coming from, because at first I didn't know where the water was coming from. I thought maybe like my toilet was leaking or something, because the toilet is relatively close to it, or then my shower was leaking. Nothing was happening with the shower. I checked the washing machine. Nothing was happening with the washing machine. That area was dry because it's slightly higher up. Because in my basement, all of the floors slope towards the drain, which is how it's supposed to work. And so I had to run around the basement until I finally found where the water was coming from, which was not fun. And, yeah, so I go to my brother and I'm like, listen, we had carpet all the way around the water heater, because the people that lived here before wanted to like carpet the entire basement, including my bathroom, which was dumb. And so I ripped all the carpet out of my bathroom and threw it away. Because why would you want carpet in a bathroom, especially like around your toilet? That's a dumb idea. So I ripped all the carpet out of there. It wasn't glued down or anything. It was just like a rug, but actual carpet. So all I had to do was like roll it up and get it out. So we had carpet in the part of the basement where the water heater was. That we chopped up and threw away because it was ruined and it wasn't worth trying to save. And then the next thing that I tell my brother, I'm like, go to Home Depot or Menards or whatever home supply store is nearest. Go get a shop vac. You can rent them. Because shop vacs are specifically, they're vacuum cleaners that are designed to also work with water. And the only way that we were going to be able to save my carpet was if immediately we were able to suck all the water out of it. Turns out we own a shop vac. I had no idea that was a thing. We own a shop vac with, my brother just called it an extractor extension. It's just a thing that's designed to suck water out of stuff. So I started trying to use it because I am a fat fuck and incredibly out of shape because I can't work out without having a seizure. I lasted about, I think like 20 or 30 minutes before every muscle in my body was in so much pain and agony that I could barely move. Luckily enough, my brother's girlfriend is a wonderfully nice person, and she had no problem just going in there and spending like an hour and a half or 2 hours just sucking the water out of my carpet. She did a phenomenal, amazing job. And as far as I can tell, it looks like we saved the carpet. And because the floor of the bathroom was relatively clean, because after the whole sewage incident, we scrubbed it clean and used bleach and everything to sanitize. So the water that actually leaked through, because it came directly out of the water heater, was actually relatively clean. Like even when we were sucking it out, it was being sucked out completely clear. So I kind of just like deep cleaned my rug, which was nice. Obviously if things change later on, like we'll have to deal with that. The wall that was shared, that was flooded around, I don't believe has any insulation in it because it's an interior wall. So I don't think we have to worry about any insulation rotting or anything like that. It is sealed on the bathroom side. It's actually sealed on the bottom. So the only way that the water was able to get through was by leaking under my door. Yeah, it was not a fun time. I am still in an unbelievably large amount of pain, and because of my social anxiety disorder, I couldn't sleep for like a day and a half. Like I did not sleep from the moment I woke up and found out my basement was flooding to like, I don't know, like a couple hours ago. So I was up for like 36 or 37 hours straight, like no sleep, no nothing, in an immense amount of pain, in a panic attack the entire time. It was one of the worst times I've had in so long. Like, holy shit, did it suck. So, yeah, that's been my life for the past roughly 2 days. And I did finally get some sleep, because I had therapy today, too. And that's another thing that just, this is how my life works. Anytime something bad happens and someone has to come to our house to fix it, they can only come out on a Monday, which is when I have my therapy. And I'm always terrified that I'm going to have to find another, because normally I do therapy in my room, because the room itself is actually fairly well soundproofed. It's impressive how little sound gets through any of this. So that's super awesome and great. But who's you? What's it? I can't remember what I was saying anymore. I'm certain it was not important. So yeah, we have a new water heater. It looks identical to our old one. And I'm not even sure if like my brother gave them like the model number and they happen to have the same model in stock, or our water heater is just such a generic one that just so happened that the one that they keep around also happened to be the exact same one that exploded on us. And it didn't really explode. Something cracked and then it leaked. Like, there was no explosions. But yeah, it was just, oh man. I have not had this miserable an experience in a remarkably long time. Because yeah, my anxiety brain is weird because it has been trained to catastrophize. So if you're not familiar with that word, catastrophizing is effectively something happens and your brain immediately goes to the worst possible outcome of that event. And the event doesn't even need to be a bad event. It could be a good thing, but your brain will instantly just go, well, that's going to cause this, and then this, and then this, and this, and then everybody in the world is going to die, and it's your fault. So yeah, my brain is fixating on the idea that my carpet is ruined. We can't afford to replace it. And ripping up all the carpet in here because I have furniture everywhere would be an absolute nightmare. So either we're going to have to take like X-Acto knives and just carve part of my carpet out, or I'm just going to die. A slow and painful mold-filled death, which is still theoretically possible. Because, yeah, I know so little about how any of this shit works. And yes, we sucked out all the water. Like, my brother's girlfriend just sat there over and over and over again until literally nothing was coming out of this shop vac. And she was absolutely wonderful. Because I physically couldn't do it. I even got a chair so I wouldn't have to do it. And even that was not enough. Like, because I was going to take a shower the day that the water heater blew, and so I had to delay it until we had a new water heater. And I went to take a shower today, and oh wow, was that a painful experience. Like, I think the worst thing about it was for anyone who doesn't know, I'm 6'4", and I'm a very large person just in general. I'm also overweight. So there's a lot of me to wash. And because of my PTSD, I have to wash as fast as physically possible, because the longer I stay in the shower, the more likely it is that I'm going to have a PTSD flashback. It's just how my brain works. Either that or I'll have a panic attack and either seize or get really sick and start throwing up in the shower. So none of those are fun. Taking a shower is not fun. So I shower as quickly as possible. I shave, which is very nice. I hate having a beard. I look better with a beard. Like, I have no I do not think my clean shaven face is attractive in any way, shape, or form. I look better with a beard. But beard maintenance is such a pain in the ass, and for someone that can't shower regularly, it's a nightmare. So I get out and I'm drying myself off, and normally how I dry myself off, forgive me for the TMI, is I get all the upper stuff done, and then I dry my legs off. And in order to do that, you bend down, and I lift my feet up, and I dry them off. I bent down to dry off my legs, and my glutes, my one of the ones, my butt, my thigh, and my calves all went, "Fuck you, asshole." And I almost fell on my face in my bathroom because all of them, like, I was in so much pain, and I just started using them because you use all those muscles when you balance. And yeah, all of them just instantly like seized and went on strike. Like, I didn't even realize they'd unionized, but apparently they had, assholes. And yeah, they all went on strike at the same time, and I nearly face planted into the concrete. I didn't. If anyone's wondering why my face is bleeding, that's what happens when you shave with a tremor, is you slice your face open. And I'm actually remarkably impressed, because I've tried shaving with my left hand, which generally doesn't have a tremor. That turns out even worse. So tremor hand is the one, because I'm right hand dominant, is the one that I shave with, and I am eternally impressed when I'm able to shave most of my face and only have like 1 or 2 nicks. I don't know if my face has created a protective layer to go, damn it, he's shaving again. Okay, guys, get ready. Or if tremor shaving is the new thing, and I'm going to start like a TikTok craze or something. But, yeah, so, horrible nightmare of a day. Glad it's over. I probably, like, I'll still be doing my daily vlogs for the rest of the week, but I'm going to tell my D&D group that I'm canceling on Wednesday, because holy shit do I hurt. And I don't think I'm going to be able to focus on running a game. And I may cancel Tears of the Realms on Saturday, because I am just in so much pain right now. And I am so, like, my brain is literally fried. I can barely concentrate on anything. Anyway, that's all for me today. I hope you guys had a better Easter than I did. And as a just quick side note, anyone that doesn't know, I'm a Christian. I have been in my entire life. I'm very devout. That being said, I'm not a huge fan of the Christian church and organized religion in general. I have been burned far too many times, and I've watched far too many churches kind of corrupt and abuse the text to benefit themselves and to exclude others. Not a big fan of that. However, Easter is a really, really important holiday for Christians. And I'm not going to comment on the whole debate with what happened on March 31st. I'm not even going to say it. But for everybody that decided this is a great day to just mock and blaspheme the holiest holiday for Christians in our faith, please kindly go fuck yourselves. Again, I'm not a fan of organized religion. I'm not a fan of what a lot of people have done for the Christian church. But if you don't have the just common decency, despite the fact that there were a lot of people that call themselves Christians doing some very, very bad, disgusting things yesterday, if you don't have the common courtesy to realize that you reinforce their wrong beliefs when you go and attack their holiest holiday in really disgusting manners, then I'm sorry, you are part of the problem. I know the idea of, turn the other cheek and be the bigger, person feels like a cop-out, but this is how the real world works. If you don't want people thinking you're monsters, don't act like them. And this goes for both sides. All of the people that were saying horrible, disgusting things, all the people that called themselves Christians that were saying horrible, disgusting things, they're 100% part of the problem as well. But, I'm 36 years old now. I have never felt so disgusted in my life than I did yesterday, after all the chaos was over, reading through Twitter and seeing people that I genuinely care about and trust retweeting the most bigoted, disgusting, blasphemous things I've ever read in my life, simply because the people that were being attacked by Christians are the one group that you do not want to attack right now. And again, this is not a commentary on the whole issue of, what day yesterday was and who's supposed to celebrate and all that stuff. That is a lot of people making a mountain out of, not even a molehill, out of an anthill. Anyway, it's all for me today. See you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.